John Darko. Thank you so much for your time here on Joy News Prime. First of all, as minority, what do you make of this nomination?
Thank you very much. Good evening to your cherished viewers. On our side, we don't have much to say as to who replaces the venerable former Chief Justice. Sad that I have to call her former Chief Justice. We believe that the whole process of removing her was wrong from the beginning, and this new appointment by the president will never danger that we have caused our judiciary. The appointment of Justice Baffoe, a very good person, very good judge. This will not erase the distraction caused to the judiciary. I believe that what the president has done to our judiciary by this removal of the former Chief Justice has destroyed our judiciary forever. And I don't know whether it's going to take 10 years to reverse the destruction that we've caused to our judiciary. So on our side, we don't have much to say. He has the right under the Constitution to appoint somebody to act as the Chief Justice. But look, the destruction has already been caused. The judiciary has already lost its luster and its allure. The judiciary has already lost its gravitas. The judiciary is now under the armpit of the president and the executive. The judiciary is no longer the independent judiciary that the framers of our constitution wanted it to be. So this appointment, in my view, will not change anything.
And so if Baffoe is now at the helm of affairs, what should he be doing to restore that confidence in the judiciary from where you sit?
I think that it's going to take a lot. As I said, Justice Baffoe as a person, I know him as a judge, I know him as a person, a very qualified person, Supreme Court judge. But it is a process leading to his nomination, the removal, the wrong removal of the Chief Justice that brought him, which for me causes a lot of pain. If he's to do anything, he needs to prove to the people of Ghana that the judiciary is no longer under the direction of the executive in flagrant violation of Article 125 and 127 of our Constitution. The third provisions of our Constitution clearly say that neither the executive nor Parliament can control the judiciary. But as things stand now, the judiciary is fully under the control of the executive. And that's a very sad situation. If you look at what happened to Akroma and the process leading to even his release from the police custody, clearly it tells you that the judiciary is being controlled by the executive. It's a dangerous precedent that we have set as a country, and it's going to take a lot to bring the judiciary to the level which the framers of our Constitution intended it to be. I believe that, first of all, he needs to ensure that there's fairness, that people from the opposite side of the aisle, the political aisle, when their cases get to court, will get fair hearing. It is very important that the new Chief Justice shows that he's not there to serve the executive and that he's there to serve the people of Ghana, because he derives his authority from Article 125, which also says that the judiciary derives their power from the people of Ghana. And so if he's to serve as the people's CJ and
earlier this man, due to stated misbehavior as recommended by a constitutional committee. The nomination aligns with Article 1141 of the 1992 Constitution, with President Mahama seeking advice from the Council of State. On your screen is a letter from the presidency confirming the nomination of Justice Baffoe for the Chief Justice position. And it reads, President John Dramani Mahama has, in accordance with Article 1141 of the 1992 Constitution, forwarded the name of His Lordship Justice Paul Baffoe to the Council of State for consideration as Chief Justice of the Republic of Ghana. Partiality and unwavering commitment to justice. His wealth of experience and long service on the bench render him eminently qualified for the high office of Chief Justice. His Lordship has been serving as acting Chief Justice since 22nd April 2025.
Well, let's explore this further and bring in lawyer Martin Pebu. We appreciate your time here on Joy News Prime. I'd like to start with your initial reaction with the nomination of Baffoe. How do you foresee the judicial service structure and its leadership moving forward?
An exciting appointment because among others, Justice Baffoe is the most senior of the judges on the Supreme Court bench. Yes, in terms of, the Supreme Court bench, he's the most senior. Even though Justice Darko is more senior to him at the bar. But when you talk about the Supreme Court bench, then it's Justice Baffoe. It's exciting also because, President Mahama is appointing a Supreme Court judge whom President Mahama had earlier appointed to the Supreme Court. That's Scott Puaman, Justice Scott Puaman. It tells you that President Mahama has moved our democracy forward. Yes, it's a huge step forward, and we should all be very excited about it.
But there are also concerns about politics already infiltrating our courts, looking at the circumstances that led to the removal of the Chief Justice and concerns that she was politically targeted. How do we ensure that this new Chief Justice is a unifier?
Okay, so, if this new Chief Justice, the acting Chief Justice who has been appointed, wasn't a unifier, by now, information would have filtered through. And in your newsroom, people have well-meaning. Comes from a family. Even though generally judges keep a low profile, but people know them and know their family. So if he wasn't a good candidate, considering that it's been maybe about at least 5.5 to 6 hours now, news would have filtered in. No, don't give it to a Timothy.
Okay. So you think he's the right man for the job, right? But just before I let you go, you are a key member of the legal fraternity. Should he be officially declared the Chief Justice, since we know now it's just a nomination? What key areas should he focus on?
So, number one, he already knows what to do, but of course, we'll also reinforce. Restoring trust and confidence in the judiciary is number one. Because the Afro Barometer and the Mo Ibrahim Index both show that citizens are losing faith in the court. So we have to do more, especially in the area of corruption. Things are not good. Our court enjoy there is some. So because of that, that's where it's important to sign an MOU with Ghana Judiciary on ways of combating corruption, etc. So Justice Baffoe has to continue on that path. Make all the things, take complaints seriously. Yes, when citizens complain, their complaints against judges, etc., must be investigated properly, and the right procedures used, so that it can help to regain some of the confidence. All of it cannot be regained overnight. No, let's not kid ourselves. This takes time, and it will even go beyond the tenure of office of Justice Baffoe. Then number two, for us as practitioners, another serious problem is that we don't have enough officers who deliver the court processes to the various parties and other lawyers. So what I mean is that, let's say, for Sinatapo, you have a case against Kaloni. If you sue him for $10 million, the person, when you take the case to court, the person to go and serve the summons on Kaloni, those officers are not many. They are called daily.
Okay.
So it creates a lot of backlog and inefficiency. So we need more people recruited to serve as daily.
Okay. Thank you so much, Counsel, for your time here on Joy News Prime.
Well, let's bring in the legal counsel to the minority caucus. Escalate it against through a hunehuna demonstration nationwide if government does not meet their demands. Today, party members took to the streets of Accra to protest what they describe as the unlawful arrest and detention of party members and former officials by the police, IOCO, and other investigative bodies. There's more in the following report.
It all began at the Brass Pulse in Accra, where hundreds of party faithfuls converged, clad in red, chanting songs of resistance and waving placards to signal their discontent. The charged crowd then poured onto the principal streets, heading towards the Jubilee House, where they presented the petition to the presidency after they first submitted one to the police service. National Youth Organizer Mustafa Salem recounted a string of arrests in recent days, including the alleged detention of a constituency women organizer without court process.
He went in the company of a friend called Yaira, our North Tongue women organizer. Upon arrival, she, the person who went to accompany a friend whom the police had invited, was now told she was also under arrest. And she was taken into custody as well. Your Excellency, recently, 2 young ladies were arrested all the way in Shayasu in Kumasi, Ashanti region on a Friday and brought to Accra without any information to their parents or anybody. The MP of the area was told, and the MP combed all the police stations in Accra here and didn't find them. They simply would not mention where they had kept these young ladies, 24 years and 26. This is so gross, so wrong. We cannot treat the very young people, the budding, teeming youth of our country in such a disgusting manner.
I am happy today to be actually standing in front of the Flagstaff House to receive your petition at the Flagstaff House, which in recent times would not have been possible. But today, you are able to come here and deliver the petition. And I can assure you that it will be given the necessary attention or the appropriate attention that it requires.
Organizers of the demonstration say they remain unsatisfied despite government's response to their petition, insisting they will not back down until all arrests and detentions of their members are stopped.
If they continue, we will also continue to use democratically mandated tools to continue to protest against these arrests and also against the government. We'll picket, we'll do more demonstrations, and I'm sure the next one will go to another part of the country and stage another mammoth demonstration like we have done today.
The battle for the party's 2028 presidential ticket is heating up. 5 contenders, including the former vice president and the party's 2024 candidates, today faced the vetting committee in Accra. Each walked out projecting confidence of victory. There's more in the following report.
Brian Echampon described the process as an important test of readiness, adding that the party's 4 million Ghana cedis development fee for aspirants should not be seen as a barrier but as a sign of resourcefulness.
If you are a presidential candidate, you have to be able to demonstrate resourcefulness, to be able to mobilize what is required to fulfill the party's requirement. It has been done. As to whether it is the right amount, fair amount, exorbitant or low, that is up to the party people and the party leadership to decide.
Kennedy Ejapon expressed optimism about his chances, saying he was convinced the delegates and the public recognize his preparedness to lead the country.
I was prepared, so I believe I answered all the questions, and they know I'm ready to be president of this country. Yeah, they know I've been true and true party man for so long, so I didn't face any serious questions, or they didn't antagonize me because they know my potential already.
Former Vice President Mahamudu Bawumia said he was pleased with the vetting process and hoped the committee shared the same satisfaction with his performance.
I have just been in front of our vetting committee and we have had very fruitful discussions. They've asked many questions and I have answered those questions. So I'm very satisfied with my vetting and I pray that everything is okay. I hope the committee is just as satisfied as I am.
Kwabena Japan highlighted his long-standing service to the party, suggesting his experience positions him to provide the stability and direction the NPP needs.
Well, I mean, every experience is unique, it's different, but at the end of the day, it went well. Of course, they wanted to know my views and my visions for this country. And as I've said, you know what I stand for. I believe that we need a new dawn in this country. We need to restore the values of service, sacrifice, and selflessness back into our society and our general body politic. We have to think broadly in a collegial way as Ghanaians, and we as political leaders have to lead by example.
Former Minister of Education Yao Osei Educhum emphasized his commitment to reforms and innovation, framing his bid as one rooted in the country's future.